I'm 78 years old, and there's something I didn't understand about love until it was already too late to do anything about it. I'm not sick enough to be dying today, but I'm old enough to feel the edge of it. You start to sense the shape of the end before it arrives. It sits with you in the mornings, in the quiet, in the way the house doesn't sound like it used to. I'm telling this now because there isn't much left to protect. My reputation doesn't matter. Being right doesn't matter. What people think of me stopped mattering somewhere in my 70s. What does matter is that I finally see something clearly. And I wish, more than anything, that I had seen it earlier. Love doesn't disappear loudly. It doesn't announce that it's leaving. It doesn't slam doors. It fades while you're busy being reasonable. Right now, I spend most of my days in the same chair by the window. The sun hits the wall across from me in the afternoon. I watch it move slowly, like it's taking its time. I never used to notice things like that. I used to be proud of how much I could get done, how dependable I was, how much I carried. I thought that was love. In my 20s, I was ordinary, not unhappy, not especially wise. I had plans, they felt solid, responsible. I met her when I was 24. We weren't some great story people would write about. We worked nearby, mutual friends. Coffee after work turned into dinners. She laughed easily. That's what I remember first. A laugh that didn't ask permission. I loved her. I'm sure of that now. Back then, I would have said it differently. I would have said I cared about her, that I was serious, that I intended to build something. I thought love was something you proved over time by being stable, by not messing things up. So, I focused on the future, on getting ahead, on making sure we'd be secure. I didn't notice how often I said later. Later we'll take that trip. Later I'll have more energy. Later, when things calm down. I always believed later was real. We got married, small ceremony, nothing fancy. She cried, I didn't, I was nervous, focused on logistics. I thought that meant I was mature. In my 30s, work took over more space. Not because anyone forced me, because I let it. I told myself I was doing it for us, for stability, for peace of mind. She would tell me about her day. I'd listen halfway. My mind would already be on tomorrow. I was physically present. That felt like enough. We ate dinner together most nights. Television on, sometimes silence. Comfortable, I thought. Love doesn't vanish in moments. It erodes in inches. There were things she wanted to talk about that I postponed. Conversations I said we'd have when things weren't so hectic. Feelings I assumed would wait. She didn't yell. She didn't threaten to leave. She just grew quieter. I noticed, but I didn't stop. I thought quiet meant peace. In my 40s, I was respected. People came to me for advice. I was known as steady, reliable. At home, I was tired. She asked me once, gently, if I was happy. I said yes without thinking. Then she asked if I was still happy with her. I paused, not long, just long enough. I answered yes. But the pause stayed with her. I didn't realize pauses could wound. We missed birthdays without meaning to. Anniversaries became cards instead of evenings. We shared a life, but less and less of ourselves. I told myself this was normal, that long marriages settled into routines. I didn't understand that love needs attention the way skin needs air. The cost didn't arrive all at once. It came as small absences. Her not telling me certain things anymore. Me not asking. We stopped disagreeing. That felt like harmony. It wasn't. When she got sick, it wasn't dramatic. No hospital scenes at first. just fatigue, doctor visits, adjustments. I stepped up practically. Appointments, medication, paperwork. I was very good at being useful. I wasn't very good at being there. One night, she asked me if I remembered the trip we never took, the one we talked about in our early years. I said we could still go someday. She smiled, but there was something finished in it. She died 2 years later. Not suddenly. Slowly enough for me to believe I still had time. I held her hand at the end. It felt smaller than I remembered. I told her I loved her. I'd said it before, many times, but this time it sounded like an apology. After the funeral, people told me I'd been a good husband. They meant well. I nodded. What they didn't see were the years I traded closeness for efficiency. The moments I delayed because they didn't feel urgent. Urgency is a young person's misunderstanding of importance. The house felt wrong without her, too quiet in a way that pressed against my chest. I kept expecting to hear her laugh from another room. That never happened. Grief isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just the absence of someone knowing how you take your tea. It was in the quiet months after that I began to understand, not all at once, slowly, reluctantly. Love isn't built by providing. It's built by paying attention. I had loved her the way a responsible man loves, but not the way a present man does. I thought love was something you protected by planning. I didn't know it was something you practiced daily. There are things you can't fix once you see them clearly. I can't go back and ask better questions. I can't listen without distraction now. I can't choose her again on an ordinary Tuesday. That time is gone. People talk about regrets like they're dramatic, like they come with tears and speeches. Most regret feels quiet. It feels like realizing too late that you misunderstood the rules. I don't hate my life. I had good years. I still do, in small ways. But I now know that love needed me awake, not just dependable. If you're listening to this, I'm not asking you to change anything. I'm not in a position to instruct anyone. I can only tell you what I wish I had known. Love doesn't need your perfection. It needs your presence. It doesn't wait for your calendar to clear. It lives in interruptions. If someone you love wants to talk, that is the moment. Not later, not when you're less tired. Later is a fragile promise. I thought love would understand my busyness. I didn't realize love feels ignored the same way people do. If this resonates with you, sit with it quietly. You don't need to react. Just notice who is still there, who is still waiting for your attention. As for me, my time is smaller now. I accept that. I talk to her sometimes, not because I think she hears, because it reminds me of what mattered. I live more slowly. I notice the light on the wall. There's a strange peace in finally understanding. Even when it comes too late, that's all I wanted to say.